late. You have a prepaid call from California Island. An inmate at the RJ Donovan Correctional Facility, San Diego, California. This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded. To accept this call, say or dial 5 now. Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
Hello, and thank you for accepting my call. You are listening to the California Island podcast, recorded over a state prison telephone and available to you for free at pensideout.org. Hello, California Island. Today's episode, I was going to review my poetry book, but there was a little delay, and now I'm feeling a little down, a little depressed. So I just thought maybe I should do an episode on what it's like to be in prison and get depressed or to get disappointed. It sucks. I can tell you that much. So one of the things I've been doing here at my programming facility prison is trying to stay positive. Of course, if you listen to my first episode, you would know that I was doing that. And that's a challenge because there's a lot of bitter people. There's a lot of lifers that aren't too happy. They're kind of miserable. I don't want to give them too many excuses because I'm a lifer, and I don't have that outlook. I don't know that or think that it makes me special, but at the same time, I feel pretty dang special staying positive as a lifer. When some of my peers just drop the ball repeatedly on that. And maybe they have a right to be bitter or angry. But I can tell you what happened right now is I got assigned to write an article for our yard's newsletter that had to do with the program in our building. I just got assigned that job to write that article. So one thing we do in our newsletter is we stay pretty positive. We don't complain about negative aspects of the program. We only talk about the positive things. And for some reason, one of the people I interviewed just couldn't get his mind around it. He really wanted to attack the negative issues that are here, thinking he could improve them by voicing his opinion about the negative things in our newsletter. But that's not what our newsletter is for, so it's not the right venue for that, and it just wouldn't be helpful. I think all of us maintaining a positive attitude on everything would be the most helpful. So I have two other candidates I could have interviewed, but I stuck with this guy because he's my buddy, and it was just really convenient. But man, that convenient cost me my positive vibe right now because it put me in a little bit of a funk, gave me a little bit of depression, just kind of killed my mood a little bit because I maintain and have high expectations for the program here, and I just wish everybody would reflect that. But at the same time, I know even in the real world, you don't get that. So my coping skills was to turn to my radio. I listened to a little bit of my worship music because I love Jesus. So listen to Caleb a little bit, and the conversation still continued over my music though. And I gave ear to not only my bunkie, but I have another roommate who's another lifer. I have 4 other lifers in the room with me. So including me, that makes 5 of us in a 6-man room. And his opinion was also pretty negative. I mean, he's 71 years old, and try to give him a little bit of respect. He's been doing time longer than me. All of my fellies have that are lifers. And it's rough when they just see everything that's wrong and nothing that's right. And of course, I challenge that. It just, when you're outnumbered 4-1 on the positivity outlook, I mean, it could get to you. But of course, what I'm doing is I continued in my day anyway. I went and talked to another Christian, got a little positive vibes from him. Kept it real positive. I think I'm rebounding quite quickly, and I'm not going to be so depressed. I finished my article. I think it's a good article. I got the good out of it. And I think I'm going to be all right. It's going to be a new day tomorrow. Tonight's going to be kind of positive. All this stuff's just going to roll off my shoulders. And, you know, everybody's human. So not only do I got flaws and I get down or I have wrong opinions, but so do other people. And I guess it all becomes irrelevant tomorrow because we all go on our own merry way, on our own prison journey. But what I will do is I'm going to keep fighting this fight to make sure that this prison yard is a positive one and it turns out to be the best yard in the state, because that's definitely my agenda since I have to live here for the next 8 years until I see a parole board. So I'm going to keep fighting for that. And, yeah, it'll be all right. The next episode you listen to on the California Island Podcast, hopefully I'll review my poetry book, give you a little bit of my poems, and explain to you why I wrote them and what's happening that day. Until then, take care. California Island, Sean Khalifa. Good episode.